teams. But we're going to take a look here and take a look at the groups that we're going to set up here. So I just want to start by welcoming everyone who is here today, joining us for the Tetris Tuesday team tournament on this lovely Tuesday of July 2nd. So we have people still coming in. Surprisingly, it seems like a lot of the competitors today are not on the channel live yet, but it's all right. But I hope you all having a great day. We're gonna have a great tournament as always. But before we do that, obviously we have a few things that we want to announce and share with you guys. So please stay tuned for these quick announcements so we can get into the tournament and move on from there. All right, so let's move down. Let's move the Summer Splash. I mean, sorry, the VTV poster and the Tetris Tuesday thing. Oops. Oh, what the hell? Let me just not do that. For some reason, that thing just popped up on the board when I did not need it to. So give me just a second here. All right. Anyway, my bad about that, a little misunderstanding. But the VTV Summer Splash 2019 this year from the July 15th to the 19th is a 4-day gaming charity marathon that we have here on this channel. 4 days straight, benefiting Help Hope Live, a charity that helps an organization that helps fundraise for people who cannot provide the necessary ends for, you know, catastrophic injuries and illnesses, or you know, transplants and things like that. So people who cannot provide or pay for those things, this organization helps them, help support them with that, so they're able to live healthier, live longer, and you know, hopes to live a happier life as, you know, as a whole. So benefiting Help Hope Live, the VTV Summer Splash is actually in 2 weeks. So this marathon is 2 weeks away. It's going to be featuring a lot of streamers on this channel, taking a lot of different slots. So this is definitely going to be one for the ages, ones that one of our most hype marathons that we've had for Summer Splash, especially since we're doing a lot more fun incentives and challenges this year. So we can't wait to share this with y'all, and you know, definitely an event that you don't want to miss. So the VTV Summer Splash 2019 this year from July 15th to the 19th. It starts at noon. I'll be starting off the marathon, so I can't wait to see you all there when we kick off. And yeah, so Summer Splash 2019, definitely an event you don't want to miss. Be sure to bookmark this, look at the events, look at the schedule, all that stuff. This is all in the announcements on Discord, hashtag announcements_events. If you look at the Discord channel, you can see the announcement for the Summer Splash. There also is a pinned post there on Twitter that you can help like and retweet the pinned post for the Summer Splash announcement to help us get the word out there for Summer Splash. And also, you know, yeah. And also, if you're a streamer and want to join us to stream for Summer Splash, most of these time slots are closed and taken, but there are still some good morning slots that you can choose to take there. Though those might be also filled up pretty soon as well. So if you wish to do so and take a slot as well, you can always sign up for the marathon. So to look at the schedule, I'll post 2 links here before we go to the tournament here. But to look at the marathon schedule to see who's going to be streaming and whatnot during the marathon, you can look at this link right here on the chat. And also here is the sign up link if you're a streamer and want to join us for the marathon and sign up. But I recommend before you sign up or anything like that, you have to look at the schedule to see you know, if you'll be able to stream for the Summer Splash. But that's about it for that. So VTV Summer Splash 2019, definitely want to be there. Don't want to miss out on that. Going to be one of our biggest events of the year. But I'm not going to go too into detail since we've already do this every week with that announcement. There it is, the Summer Splash. Now we're going to go into our tournament and Tetris browser here pretty soon. Let me take down the Summer Splash and the finals thing, so we can actually get to round 1. So I'll show y'all to prove that we're going to get started now and get things underway. But to prove that this is definitely a random tournament, randomly selected team tournament, I will show you right now how we randomly select this, as you've seen Modest Tomato do on his Tetris Wednesday edition of Tetris Tuesday. So let me show you guys right now how the process is going to go for these random selections. So here we have everyone who's going to be seeded into the tournament so far. We may have an odd number, so that means somebody will have to team by themselves, most likely. So we'll have to see how that goes. So the last seed was the last person that entered was Jess, so that's going to be where we cut off. Let me go to the tourney browser here for a second, so we can all take a look at this. All right, so we need to get that first. All right, so here it is. As you can see here, nothing too special yet, at least. I don't think you can see all that, but for some reason it doesn't really show that well. But either way, we will take a look at this. So we're gonna take one more draw. Let's take a look here for the competitors. So group one, each of these groups, there are gonna be 5 of these groups here, and I think who said they wanted to be by themselves first. We're gonna let an Anomalous be about it. So we're gonna keep drawing until we have a team where Anomalous is by himself there, or herself, I don't mean to assume. But here we go. Here's gonna be the actual groups right here. As you can see, since Anomalous requested first to be by themselves, this is where we're gonna go with. So this is how the teams will work out then. So team 1, obviously the seedings don't really matter as much. Team 1 is gonna be Mr. FAQ and FAQ and Mikami, obviously. So there we go. There's team 1. Team 2 will be decided as Profane and Tebow Boy. So here we go. So let's go for Profane and then Tebow, hold on, Boy. There we go. All right, so there is team 2. Team 3 is going to be LA Magic and Jez. So let's go to team 3. Team 3 is going to be LA. Oops, my bad. LA Magic and Jez. Let me just make sure I got that right. Team 4 will be Fizzle and Julf. Let's go to team 4. Once again, Fizzle and Julf. The reason why we do these on the spot, like I wait to do these on the spot, is to prove that these are randomly selected teams. There is no bias or anything that we know beforehand. There are no tricks up our sleeves. You can all see the transparency behind the team selections. And then Anomalous Aberration. So let's see, Anomalous. There we go. Oops, my bad. It's the Magic. I look at I get reminded of like LA, like Lakers or Orlando Magic, so I assume it's a mix-up of all these two names. So my bad there, the Magic. All right. So oh yeah, my bad. I forget. Firestorm is actually Anomalous. I keep forgetting that. So let's change the name to Firestorm. The Magic here as well. But Firestorm, that's right, is Anomalous. I keep forgetting that. So there goes Firestorm there as well. And these are the 5 teams, folks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we have here today. And random seeding, random tournaments. So this is going to be definitely one for the ages here. And I hope we are all ready to go here once we get the room started. So let me just see how the chat is looking too. And my bad for messing up your name, La Magic there as well. But yeah. Alright, so it seems like everyone's pretty good to go. Firestorm seeming pretty confident there. And also got back from half a marathon. You know, actually, speaking of marathons, you know, the VTV Summer Splash. Definitely want to look at the, if you scroll down on the channel, you can take a look at the event there and learn more about the Summer Splash on the Discord server. But anyway, I'm not going to keep pushing that down your throats until later on in the stream there. So here we go. Those are going to be the teams here. So if you go to exclamation mark bracket, you can see who is actually going to be seeding and whatnot. But also, we want to make this still completely random, so we're going to shuffle the seeds here as well. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to shuffle the seeds right there 3 times, so we have a random selection and random seeding here. Since this is a team tournament, we want to make the cards go wild and definitely randomize as much as we can there. But like I said, as a reminder to look at today's bracket, just do ! bracket to look at the tournament progress and see how things are going to be progressing during the tournament there. So here are the official rounds here for the tournament as well. But before we go and start off, obviously I need to do one more thing, which is go on to the Tetris browser and our JS screen, which I cannot find the JS screen for some reason. Okay, so give me a second. I need to look for the JS screen. It's not here right now for some reason. Let me just look. Okay, there we go. So there is our lovely fellow JS here. Let's go ahead and make a new room. I'm going to call this VTV Team Tournament. So here we go. No play. Teams 4-player limit. Mode is team. 4-player limit for teams, obviously right there. And then we're going to use default settings, obviously as always, and create the VTV Team Tournament room. I'm going to go ahead and spectate when I can there. So all the competitors, please join the VTV Team Tournament room so we can get started and get today's tournament underway. And if the music is also too loud, feel free to let me know. This does sound like some insane glitching in the music there. I'll turn it down just a little bit. Also, it is a bit too loud, so I will try to change the playlist here in just a minute here. So I used to go with synthwave playlist, but today YouTube went cyberpunk on me, which is all fine. But for the tournaments, we always go with that good old synthwave. So that's just a thing that, you know, I do there. But anyway, now let's go to our 200% in there. I don't know if we can go full HQ or stats. Let me just spec here. Alright, so we have everyone, we have the people joining in. And sorry, yeah, Firestorm requested to be by himself there, so we cannot actually give y'all a team with Firestorm there. So here we go. What we're going to do now is look at the tourney browser. And let's look at the first match that we will be likely to see. So if we take a look here, I'm actually going to be going to the challenge bracket. So we have round 1, which is going to be LA Magic and Jez versus Mr. FAQ and Making Me. So LA Magic and Jez versus Mr. FAQ and Making Me going to be the first matchup in today's team tournament. So if y'all can do that, Making Me in FAQ, then LA Magic and Jez. Let's take a look at how that is working out so far. As we can see, Making Me is here, so we are waiting for Mr. FAQ. Okay, so it seems like if Mr. FAQ, he signed up to, well, he signed up to join, so we'll give him a minute to do that as well. So I need somebody to do me a favor real quick. So if somebody can join the blue team real quick, so I can actually adjust the spectator mode here, since for teams I have to spectate a little bit differently than solos. So let's have somebody please join the blue team for a brief moment, so I can just take a look at how that's going for a second. But while we're doing that, let me explain the rules of the tournament as usual. So obviously it is a best of 3 until the semifinals, in which it becomes a best of 5. Each team or each player has a chance to do a warm-up match before the official series starts. But you can also choose to skip the warm-up if you feel like you're warmed up enough and just want to go ahead and get into it. So like I said right there, if you also join the game lobby and interrupt us, you're gonna have to spectate. You only can spectate if you're not in the match. But if you join us and just start playing in the lobby when the match is going on, then you'll be automatically kicked from the game lobby or the game room there. Just a few tournament rules to kind of be mindful of. So please be respectful of those rules, especially the spectator rules as well. Anyway, let's take a look. Please, somebody join the blue team, like I said, so we can, so I can actually spectate Oh yeah, that's right. So FAQ, my bad. FAQ said that they are going to have to delay the match because they're coming home late. That's right. All right, so we're actually going to move on to another match here for a second, so we don't spend too much time waiting there. All right, so my apologies there, folks. We're going to switch on to another match. That means instead we're going to go with round 2 for a second, which is Fizzle and Jewel versus Profane and Timo Moy. So that's actually going to be the very first match of the tournament here. Skipping to round 2, something we don't usually do, but we'll give this match to give we'll use this match to give team 1 just 5 more minutes to join. But Profane and Timo Moy, you're gonna have to come up first versus Fizzle and Jewel. So make sure you join that lobby here so we can get started there, and I can also change my spectator mode. So Profane and Timo versus Fizzle and Jewel will be the official first matchup of today's tournament. Let's take a look here and see how this is going to go. Okay, so my bad. All right, so Tebow and his teammate will have to join with theirs as well. So here we go. Kind of interesting to see what kind of things they will be pulling out here. As far as working as a team, this is Profane's first team-based tournament that he's joined with us. Also, Julf as well. Julf is somebody who's also more so new in the Tetris Tuesday tournament scene. So kind of see some of these, possibly some new strategies or new things coming from these players today that we have not seen in previous weeks. But we're kind of, it's going to be interesting to learn about how these players will kind of mesh well together and how their play styles also complement or possibly contrast with each other to hurt the team and, you know, cause some mistakes. But we'll learn all about that here. We have in both teams, though, people who are kind of newer to the team scene as a whole for Tetris Tuesday. So Julf is playing on the Raspberry as well, as confirmed 30 minutes before the stream began. So it's going to also be something interesting to see as well. This is something that he's also finally he's confirmed to be playing on. I don't think Julf has been playing much on it, but it's going to be also interesting to see how that will work out as well. Playing on the Raspberry and seeing if that kind of makes a significant difference in today's tournament, and see if that will either help or hurt in today's tournament. So we're still waiting for the second person on Team Red to join. Yeah. So give me a second. All right. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that works out with the Raspberry. I can't really discuss much about what type of advantages or disadvantages that gives, since I have not played much on things like that, especially particularly the handheld things for Tetris. You know, my Tetris experience has always been on the good old mouse and keyboard, but it is also you know, sometimes I have played on things that have been kind of more mobile or handheld things like that, but yeah. So we're gonna see how that works out. So Mr. Epic, you made it, but who is on Team Red that needs to join still? So let me take a look here. Fizzle and Joof. Yeah, Fizzle. Oh, Fizzle was the one who needed to join still. So Fizzle, you're on. I guess we can. Okay, well, FAQ's here, so we might as well go to FAQ. I don't think Fizzle's ready yet, so we'll just go ahead and switch back. I'm sorry about that, folks. We gotta switch back to the official round 1 match there. Sorry about that little delay, but like I said, if you are in the match as well, please try to there. So we're actually gonna go with back to match 1. Sorry about that, folks. LaMagic and Jez versus FAQ and Mikami here. So FAQ and Mikami versus LaMagic and Jez. I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. They're actually in the match. Okay, so the match is actually underway. My bad about that, folks. They're gonna warm up now. So now I can actually look at how I can spectate this in the best way possible. So let me just, kind of an easier thing to do here. I just gotta scroll down a little bit. This is going to be a little bit difficult to spectate in that regard, so I have to be a little bit more considerate there about how I'm going to do this good old spectator mode thing. Okay, so why are what? Okay, there we go. They are still warming up here, so don't worry about that, folks. We're still we're there. Just have to change some of the settings here. There we go. So we seem to have our spectator mode good to go while they do warm up here. So yeah, we are having the match underway now during this warm up here. So let's take a look at how things may play out during this match in particular. As we can see, Profane and T-Bone Moy kind of complementing styles here, back and forth. Sort of a very similar playing style, but not much you can do in when you are starting off or setting openers like that. Anyway, let's take a look now. As we can see here, let's get ready to go with this match here. Good luck, have fun. Now it is going to start with Team Blue versus Team Red. Alright, so here we go. The match is going to start underway here. It seems like T-Bone Moy going to go strong. T-Bone Moy and Profane. Team Blue with a very strong opener versus the red team here. As we can see, they're going to be preparing for a heavy strike. Fizzle with a misdrop there on that eyepiece there, and still able to manage to burn through that though. But Julf unfortunately is going to be topped out as well from a few crucial misdrops and mistakes there. But okay, then I don't know what just happened in that match. I don't know if the room has just reset or not. That was very confusing, but I'm going to assume the match is still underway. As we can see, Julf was topped out, but it somehow reset for some reason. But I guess they don't have a problem with that, so we're just going to count that through. Fizzle with another misdrop there from the T-piece, and the Z-piece there. Julf in some danger of topping out here soon, looking for the piece to burn through that. It seems like he cannot do any digging here. The cheese is too much there. He's going to stack up way too high. Julf trying to find that counterplay and down that combo, but it seems like it's not getting there. Just delaying that top out there, allowing Fizzle to get more time, but it seems like Julf is in some danger in the top out zone. There goes the 4th place top out. So now Team Red is in a disadvantaged position right now with the 1v2 situation. T-Bone Moy and Profane staying very consistent right now, just playing not too aggressive, just staying consistent and just waiting to see how things will work out as they get Fizzle topped out there for the 3rd place. So that means Team Blue is going to take this series 1-0. After that first top out on the Julf, the match definitely skyrocketed from there, as we saw, and then the blue team was definitely able to take control afterwards, and that was the game over there. But let's take a look. Oh, okay, so that was a 2-0. Okay, so the first match did count since they topped out there first and whatnot, but I didn't see the reset from the first match there, so my bad. Or are they still playing or what? Wait. Okay, they're not. Alright, so there we go. So there's the first match. That is a 2-0 victory. So let's take a look now at the tourney browser and take a look at who is going to be playing next. So none of our Tetris staff are here today, which is a thing. So we're gonna have to edit these ourselves, which is all good because it's a very small tournament. It's being team based, so it's But I'm gonna have a 2-0 thing right here. Nice match there, especially towards the end. A big spike there from the red team there. But yeah, it's all good. We are still in the process, though. I will make an announcement about this later, but we're still organizing and adding new additions and removing a few folks from the staff team that aren't able to participate anymore, as well with the Tetris staff stuff and things like that. But yeah, so it is still kind of something that's being reorganized. So we are reorganizing the commentator team and the staff team as well. I believe we had a growing commentator group or desk, but I am now still the only one who is, well, actually besides Modest is also another co-commentator, but he does Wednesdays if Wednesdays are like happening, if we skip to Tuesdays, but we'll go into that later. Anyway, team, back to round one now. We have Ellie Magic and Jez versus La Magic and Jez versus FAQ to make me there. So let's go back to the Tetris browser and it looks like we are waiting for Jez to go to Team Blue so we can start this next match here. Yeah, also, as we are waiting for the for Jess to join and waiting for the warm-ups to start and things like that, I will let y'all know too, we are still looking for some good old Tetris staff to reorganize and fill some new roles that we have as well. So if you're interested in being a Tetris staff and helping out with Tetris Tuesdays, you know, just feel free to DM me after the stream, and we can get you set up with that and little applications, things like that. You know, to get you started, it's a very simple process, so we can get you started kind of very easily. So just feel free to hit up any of the admins if you're, well, actually me, because I'm the only admin who runs the Tetris Tuesday thing. So actually you're more likely to message me about the Tetris staff thing, Tetris staffing and all that stuff. So anyway, that's some info on that about the Tetris Tuesday staff team. But let's go back to this warm up here as we gear up for the first match of, or the only match of round 1 here before we got back to round number 2. And whoever wins this match is going to be fighting the first round bye versus Firestorm. So this team is fighting, these two teams are fighting for a spot to 1v2 Firestorm in an intense round 2 match here, the last match of round number 2. It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Now, Firestorm is someone who is a well-known champion amongst the Tetris community, modern Tetris community, and also a champion here in the Tetris Tuesday community here as well. Sorry, good luck, have fun on both. I didn't mention that before, but we'll talk about that later in that matchup there, as well as they go on to a 1v2 match. But it seems like this is a very consistent match so far versus the two. Blue took already using the cheese there to take a downstack advantage and really set up a devastating combo towards the blue team and set them up with a lot of cheese that they have to burn through right now. Jessen is in a bit of danger of topping out here soon, but still manages to find that well on the right side of the grid and downstack there very efficiently to avoid that top out, but still in some danger here. Jess is going to have to find a way to clear off a lot of that garbage, but now it seems like LaMagic doing a great job of spiking versus FAQ and making me the 2v1 special right there. LaMagic exploding for Team Blue there with that huge spike at the end. I didn't even see that until just now. It seems like there goes that triple T-spin opener from LaMagic and Jez. I'm sorry, LaMagic, my bad. And Jez kind of taking a bit of damage by himself as well, but still with that great downstack combo. LaMagic though is also taking a bit of damage here. It seems like Team Blue doing a great job of waiting for those downstack combos, and you know, really at the late game, towards the late game, they are really one of the stronger teams there in the tournament. But now Jez in danger of topping out here. They do well at the clutch plays and playing a lot under pressure when they are in danger of topping out here soon. So kind of like a double-edged sword, you're really gonna have to send a huge flurry of combos. They're gonna have to be consistent and quick there if you're gonna send combos to top them out. Otherwise, they will use that garbage to their advantage here and set their opponent up for a reversal. And really just the saves that they do with into these downstack combos are very devastating here for Team Red. As we can see, FAQ can be the first one to top out there from that combo on from Jez. Now LaMagic setting up for another combo here. Jez gonna end it off here soon and looking for that quick Tetris there. Gonna look for the triple here very soon. Making me gonna do a quick miss drop, but still manages to downstack through that. Making me though not gonna find that piece there to open up that downstack combo, and that's gonna be a 2-0 series victory there from Team Blue. GG for LaMagic and Jez. Moving on to round number 2 for that 2v1 matchup. So now, let's see, give me a second. Oh. But yeah, so LaMagic and Jez doing a great job there in that last matchup. So let's give them that nice little 2-0. And then we're going to take a look at who is going to be facing up next here. Like I said, do exclamation mark bracket to see how that's going to go down. Two very close matches there, but at the end, it seems like LaMagic Team 3 was kind of a bit better towards the late game, setting up those combos, setting up those downstacks to really frustrate the enemy team once they had it kind of got the rhythm going. But it seems like I said in the lower brackets, please report your scores to us so we can get back to you a little bit later. We will be streaming the lower brackets round 3, so when we get over here, we might be streaming that, or even as early as round 2. But please play your lower brackets here and report your scores, just so we can keep the tournament going smoothly and move on to the next stage here. But now we're going to have the last and final match of round number 2, which is going to be Firestorm versus LaMagic and Jez. So team 5 versus 3. So this is going to be very interesting to see how that goes along here. We have a 1v2, the only 1v2 of the tournament that we're going to see so far, and it seems like team 5 going to be taking the red side, and team 3 actually is going to be taking the blue side. So LaMagic and Jez versus Firestorm. Now, Firestorm coming into the match was very confident in that ability to 1v2 and do a solo matchup with this into this tournament as well. Also, God, I can't speak, but it will be interesting to see if Firestorm can live up to that and also set up a nice 2v1 there. So we're going to go for a warm-up, and we can kind of see how things may be playing out here from the warm-up alone. So it is kind of a, immediately we can see that Firestorm has that 2v1 advantage coming into the match. But still, all you really have to do in these matchups, if you are fast enough, or you can really focus your combos on one person, then it creates a 2v1 situation. As long as you can keep a low ground game and send some devastating combos. Some of the most effective things, for instance, you can do probably things like the 4-wide combos, or some of the PC combos that you can do to get a quick, possibly a quick top out here in the beginning of the match. So as we can see, we are kind of getting started here, and Firestorm just definitely overwhelming with speed there. That APM advantage is definitely very high, as you can see, and very apparent. That 2v1 situation going to be topping out both players in Team Blue in only 21 seconds here. So definitely, despite having the 2v1 advantage, disadvantage, Firestorm is still able to use the advantage of speed there, and also, focusing that 2v1 into focusing the power into one player at a time there. So that means Firestorm takes a series lead if they want to know. But we're still, I don't know what's going on here, but it seems like my screen is frozen. For whatever reason, my screen is frozen. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, never mind. Okay, that's good. So it is a 1-0, but that miraculous speed, as we can see there, that could have been a quick PC clear, but it seems like Jez was able to downstack do that and send a counter combo there to really offset all that damage there. But LaMagic is now getting a lot of garbage piled into him right now. Gonna look for those combos there, avoiding the T-spin for some reason. It seems like that can be the best strategy here versus a player like Firestorm. LaMagic looking for that combo right now. It seems like there is no overhang there for the T-spin. That's gonna be a quick top out there. And now Jez and Firestorm going for that 1v1 situation. You do not want to be in that 1v1 situation versus Firestorm there when you are in the team matches there. And now that's going to be a 2-0 series win for Firestorm, moving on to the semifinals. So GG, we see with only a one-person team, Firestorm able to manage to burn that way through into the semifinals here. A miraculous standing there and push there from Firestorm, and already going to be placed into the semi-finals. So before we get to the semifinals, though, we're not going to play these yet. So semifinals, we're going to hold off on that. So please do not join yet into that room. So because we're going to look at the brackets here, we're going to wait for the lower bracket round 1 to catch up here, which is quite interesting. They have not started playing yet here, it seems like. All right, let's see. So if they have not started playing yet, or we'll give them a minute to join in a separate lobby or something like that. But if they have not started playing yet, we suggest that they go ahead and try to play now, or try to join now. Let's take a look here. Have they played yet in the match here? So Fizzle and Jewel versus Mr. FAQ and Make Me. Alright, so they are playing right now. So after they get done playing, we're going to be actually streaming the lower brackets round number 2 here, and we'll start from here. Actually, we'll start from these losers round 2 bracket, just so we can get going there. And that's going to be the first lower bracket match that we stream, as we'll be able to stream a little bit more of those. Given that this is not a big tournament today, that means we have more chances to see lower brackets and how that's going to be working out here. So while we do that, I'm going to grab a drink of water and things like that. And I'll leave you with a little screen for the VTV Summer Splash 2019 from July 15th to the 19th. So once that match is done, we'll be returning with more of the Tetris Tuesday Team Tournament Special, starting at the lower brackets, round number 2. But until then, be sure to check out the VTV Summer Splash poster and learn more about the info on the Discord page using the announcements_events text channel. So we'll be right back with some more Tetris Tuesday. And thank you very much for the for the host, FF Folk. Welcome back to the VTV. What the hell, why is my music so loud? Let me just take a look and quite loud. Give me just a second here, folks. Give me a minute. And welcome back to the VTV Tetris Tuesday Team Tournament Special. We see here once again the VTV Summer Splash, July 15th to the 19th. You definitely don't want to miss that event here on this channel. One of our biggest events on VTV of the year. You're gonna definitely see a lot of crazy memes and things during this 4-day gaming charity marathon. Now let's take a look back to the brackets here before we get things started here back in the tournament. It seems like we are still playing at the lower brackets for the first round, but we could probably join in on them and see how that's going. There's a check in on the progress, so we might as well go ahead and check in on them. So we're going to look at, oh, never mind. So they just finished Fizzle with a 2, Fizzle and Duel for Team 4 with a 2-1 victory over lower brackets. So we can now actually stream the lower brackets round number 2, since this is a shorter tournament. So Team 3 and 4, you're welcome to join the main lobby, so we can actually look at your match here and go move on to round number 3 once we decide one of the folks to see who's the next person that's going to be joining into the semifinals here. Anyway, let's take a look at that and see who's going to be joining in the second match of the semifinals. But anyway, so LA, La Magic and Jez versus Fizz and Duel, which is Team 3 versus Team 4. I'm going to be joining here very soon. So let's go back to the main lobby here on the browser. So once again, Team 3 versus Team 4, which is LaMagic and Jez versus Fizzle and Joof. They are ready to go. Let's see if they are going to change, go for a warm-up or not. All right, so they are going to go for their warm-up here. These two teams, quite strong showing to the marathon, especially not the marathon, but in the tournament so far. Take a look at how they performed so far in the marathon. I mean, sorry, not the marathon, but the tournament here so far. As we saw, LaMagic and Jez doing a great job of the first win there, but they lost that set against Firestorm, but still could be able to take a match back into the semifinals here if they compete well against Fizzle and Joof here. So we'll kind of see how that plays out and who's going to be moving on back to the semifinals in this warm-up here. So that's going to be interesting to see. All right. So as we can see in the X factors here from the warm-up here, as we can see, Fizzle doing a great job of kind of staying in position, staying in the low ground game, being able to wait patiently for those opportunities to go into those down stack combos. But also we're gonna have to see how well they're able to avoid some of the mishaps and misdrops and things like that. So this is gonna be an interesting thing to see, and we can't wait to see how they both overcome any sort of adversity. So good luck, have fun. It seems like the match is going to start with Team 3 versus Team 4, red versus blue. So let's take a look at how this is going to go. It seems like LA Magic going to go for that, was going for that strong opener, but it seems like they missed the I think they were trying to go for that triple T-spin there, but there goes right here. That is just going to be a T-spin double once more, but actually that's not going to be any T-spins over there. They messed up the overhang setup there, so it seems like LaMagic there did not get the setup they want to open up, as well as Jez here. But Jez is doing a great job of trying to set up these T-spin into downstack combos there, but as we can see, both players not quite finding their rhythm in Team Blue, but also Team Red feeling the wrath though of those small combos back and forth. Very consistent. Joof in some danger of topping out here soon. So is Fizzle. They both top out at the same time, as we can see, and that's going to be Team Blue coming out the last minute taking those small steps forward, despite the misdrops there and not finding their combos in time. Still taking that match 1-0 versus the red team. So it seems like red team is in danger of elimination unless they can pull off one last top out there. But now there goes Joof with the first top out there. A huge spike coming in from Jez from that first top out there, as we saw. But now Fizzle is going to be in a 2v1 situation, as we can see. Fizzle does a great job though of holding his own though on a 2v1 situation, as we have seen from some of these previous warm-ups and matches. Still able to kind of hold his own there for quite a while and look for those combos and be kind of patient to wait for the right opportunity to strike. But now we have a 2v1 situation with Fizzle versus Jez, so this could be a nice a match comeback here from Fizzle. Fizzle putting a lot of danger on a Jez. Just going to be some pressure to top out here, but Fizzle does have the advantage of kind of having a lower, cleaner playing field, as we can see. Now Fizzle with another kind of damage spike there on the Jez, as we saw just now. I think Fizzle was going to try to set up that triple T-spin here, as we can see right now, into the a DT cannon there, and now Fizzle doing a great job of setting some damage, but Jez now answering back with some combos of his own, setting up a nice opportunity for a great downstack combo. As we can see, a Tetris there into a cleaning a Tetris combo into cleaning up that playing field. But now Jez is still under some danger here. A very close match. Once Fizzle was able to get that once Fizzle was able to top out LaMagic there, this did change the course of this match drastically, as we saw there. But now Fizzle is still facing some danger here, but still Fizzle can save the match here and make the series tied. And it's a close series if they manage to keep this going. Fizzle though, in a 1v1 situation, as we can see, kind of has a little bit more of a clearing advantage, as we can see, sort of being able to sustain some of the damage a little bit better, even in the 2v1. So now it seems like Fizzle could be preparing themselves for a for a match, sorry, a tied series here for Team Red, but it seems like Fizzle doing a bit of 2 misdrops there, so that could cost Fizzle the match quite a little bit, but it seems like Fizzle though is still able to downstack through this efficiently despite the misdrop. Jez is kind of looking for the opportunity, but it seems like Jez is not getting there. He cannot find a way to capitalize on on this opportunity right now, as we can see, despite having that that misdrop advantage there on a Fizzle. But now Fizzle though answering back with these downstack combos. There are some clean wells, particularly towards the middle here from this garbage combos we saw. Now Jez is in some danger of topping out here soon, but still going to be able to answer back quite efficiently. This is a very close game. Like I said, once Fizzle was able to go ahead and top out the Magic, it really changed the whole course and story of the game. It seems like Fizzle with a bit of that advantage there, coming on with a lower playing field. Fizzle now looking for the overhang setup to send up a nice T-spin double into a Tetris combo there. Just with that misdrop there from the LP, so that could, sorry, the JP, so that could be very crucial if Fizzle's able to capitalize on this moment there. But it seems like both players kind of having a lot of trouble trying to capitalize and really send off a huge devastating spike versus one of the other. But now Fizzle is under a bit more danger than Jez, despite having that clean garbage. Now Jez needs to find a way to capitalize on this right now. It seems like still having trouble looking for that combo there, but now Jez still keeping that lower playing field versus Fizzle, and Fizzle though having that clean garbage, still able to this down attack and manage to stay alive here. This is just a very close game. Like I said, very close game of trades, or I guess of downstack trades. They're just kind of both looking for the opportunity to strike. So this is going to be a stalemate, as we can see, and not much more to look for, rather than who's going to be punishing the misdrop first. So that's pretty much what we're looking for now. It doesn't seem like they're going for any sort of complex setup or anything that they're kind of trying to strategize here at the exact moment, but they're kind of waiting to see what'll happen here. Now Jez kind of going with those misdrops there, so it seems like Fizzle is in better position now to tie up the series here if Jez does not get that combo win. So now the series is tied with almost 3 minutes, actually no, more than 3 minutes in this damn match. So Fizzle doing a great job of holding his own there in this match with that, even in the 2v1 situation there. And now it seems like Team Red does have a chance for that comeback with a 1-1 tied series. So now here we go once again. Can Fizzle do that, the miracle again of that 1v2 situation? Julf needs to find those combos there. As we can see now, Jez is going to be topping out here soon, and now this is going to be another 2v1 situation there for against the Magic here. But it seems like Fizzle now going to be topping them out, and Fizzle doing a great job of carrying that Team Red push there, and that's going to be a second win in a row in the series, and Fizzle with the miraculous comeback, reverse sweeping that whole series there for Team Red, and definitely taking initiative in that team match there. So now Team Red going to do a huge upset there versus Team 3. So GG for Fizzle and Julf. Now they're going to be moving on into the lower brackets, round number 3. So let's take a look at this bracket now. A 2-1, very close series, but at the end, Fizzle just kicking in the second gear and really taking that in. So now we're gonna go for the first match of the semifinals. Let's take a look here. The first match of the semifinals will be Firestorm versus Profane and Tibo Moy. So let's take a look at the semifinals here. Match number 1 of today's Tetris Tuesday Teams Tournament Special. So Firestorm and Profane. Sorry, Firestorm versus Profane and Tibo. Let's take a look at how this is going to go. I think they're going to be done with their warm-up already. Alright, so it seems like they are ready to go. Perhaps, I'm not sure if this is match now, or they have just started trying to warm up now. Alright, so Yeah, they're gonna go for that. I think this is the warm-up match here. Like I said, now that it is a it is a semifinal, so that means it becomes a best of 5 matchup here. So Firestorm's gonna have to win 3 matches in a total of the series to get this going. So now I think this is the match. Good luck, have fun in both. I'm not quite sure if the series has started or not, but it seems like they've already been through about 2 matches there. So I'm going to assume that Firestorm is now up 2-0 in the series so far versus T-Bow and Profane. It seems like that overwhelming speed definitely taking a huge toll here in this match with that 1v2 matchup. Though Profane does a nice job of down stacking here and keeping the hopes alive. Possibly can do that reverse sweep with a 0-2 disadvantage here of the series. I think this is the I believe this is the second match. And there it goes. I think that is a 3-0. Oh, never mind. I guess they're going to go for another run. I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on, because I didn't know if they warmed up in the first match or not. Well, let's keep going and assume this is actually 2-0 for Firestorm here. Nonetheless, as we can see, Team Amoy trying to go for that a T-spin double into Tetris combo there. Both players though in Team Red having a great job of keeping their playing fields very clean and low, but it seems like though Firestorm doing just a much more efficient job of that as well, kind of using that speed advantage here right now. Just going to try to top out one of these two first at least. Tipo Moy coming in with that misdrop there could be costly against a player like Firestorm. As we can see, this could be devastating here. Tipo Moy going to be topping out here soon, and now it seems like Profane is in that 2v1 situation versus Firestorm, so this probably won't be that good. As we can see, this is going to be a devastating situation here. Profane's going to have to fight this 2v1 situation, I'm sorry, this 1v1 matchup there, but it seems like that's not going to be it. Now, Team Blue, it seems like Firestorm going to go off with that 3-0 series sweep there with a 2v1 situation. That's going to be a finals appearance now in the team tournament specials, being the only solo player in the team tournament today. Firestorm making it to the finals, which is quite an amazing accomplishment there, and we're going to definitely see a lot of strong play coming up here soon in the finals there. That's just a miraculous placement there for Firestorm, and now threatening a finals win with a 2v1 thing. So now we're going to go to the next match, the second match of the semifinals, which will be Profane and T-Bow versus Fizzle and Julf, to see how this will work out here in this match today. So once again, they do have a chance to go back and rematch versus Firestorm, or will Fizzle and Julf be facing at Firestorm in the final matchup here. So let's take a look now. Team 2 versus Team 4. Let's go back to the browser and take a look how this is going. So it seems like wait, what? I thought that was a 3-0. So Zexul is some random player. Zexul, could you please spectate? Oh, never mind. I guess they are they are still going for their third match then. Here we go. My bad, folks. What the hell? I saw 4 matches played so far, so my bad, folks. But still, here we're gonna go into the third match versus Team Blue and Team Red. I was quite certain I saw 4 matches, but you know, I came in a little bit late, so I'll let that kind of slide there. So we're gonna go back to the third match here versus Firestorm and Team Amoy and Profane. So Team Red versus Team Blue, with Team Blue having that 2-0 series advantage, series lead right now. Firestorm seems like they're waiting for that combo to get set up here. Trying to kind of looking for what they're going to do here. There goes the 4-watt setup here from the right side of the grid. Not going to do much damage against either of them. T-Bow and Profane are more well prepared now in this matchup, as we can see, as opposed to the first 2 matchups here. So they could be actually setting up to take this series off of or take this third match Firestorm's hands, but it seems like Profane is in danger of topping out here soon. And there goes the 2v1 situation there once again for Firestorm versus T-Bow. Now this is going to be very devastating here. T-Bow does not want to get into that 1v1 situation here unless they can get a nice downstack combo and stay in the match there. It seems like now Firestorm going to go for those fractal setups there, and now T-Bow with a lot of garbage on his hands there, going to wait for the opportunity, though still doing a great job of trying to stay in that match there. But at the end, Firestorm now taking that 3-0 series going into the finals. So now it's actually 3-0, which I'll go back to the bracket here. So now it's going to be Profane, T-Bow versus Fizzle and Julf there. And the second match of the semifinals here to decide who's going to be facing off in the finals versus Firestorm. So here we go, the second and final match of the semifinals round with Profane and T-Bow versus Fizzle and Julf. This is going to be the Team 4 versus Team 2. Let's take a look here. Fizzle and Julf versus Profane and T-Bow Moy. Last match of the semifinals, so let's get this going for that semifinals hype here in the last best of 5 series there. They're good to go. All right, so it seems like they're going to skip the warm up here, since they're probably already as warmed up as they can be. So now we're going to start the match here with Team Blue versus Team Red to see who's going to be facing off into that finals. Now Fizzle doing a great job in this tournament of those of leading the team through those 2v1 situations, when his teammate was getting down there. But now Julf is going to set up for that triple T-spin here. T-spin triple, as we can see, into a DT cannon setup there, but still both holding their own very well. Though Profane is glitching on our side of the screen there. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it seems like Profane is not playing now. I don't know what the hell that is going on with that, but all right. If that is a confirmed glitch or he's not actually playing, then we're gonna have to see how that goes. But now Julf actually is gonna be the third place top out there. Now it's gonna be Fizzle versus T-Bow Moy. Fizzle doing a great job. That could have actually been a top out early on for Profane, though I'm not sure if Profane actually glagged out of the match or something like that. So Profane got kicked from the match somehow, then we won't count this one. So I do hope that they understand, or they do see something different on their screen to where Profane was actually playing. All right, never mind. So Profane is glitched out. So were you able to play in the match, Profane, or did you actually glitch out? So now Profane, for some reason, is not in the screen. This is quite strange here, as we can see. So we can't really tell the progress of the match, but it seems like Team Blue, regardless, won that match. So we actually will not count that as a disqualified match, because Team Blue had that advantage. I think, actually no, they didn't have that. Team Blue had the disadvantage, but still won in the disadvantage. So we're going to count that as a win for Team Blue. So that is 1-0 in the series so far, with T-Bow and Profane versus Julf and Fizzle. So now Team Blue taking that 1-0 series lead. Alright, so did Profane actually glitch out? Yeah, Profane glitched out and stopped afterwards, so Team Blue had that like massive disadvantage, but they still won with that disadvantage, so we're still going to count that as a match win there, folks. So I think that's very fair. If it's not fair, please feel free to DM me about that, or send your concerns on Discord if you feel that's an unfair match. But given that Team Blue won with that clear disadvantage of Profane lagging out and having technical issues, that is still going to be counted as a win, since they won through that. And yeah. So now we're on the second match of the semifinals, which is now going to be a 1-0 series lead so far from Team Blue. And now it is a 2v1 situation here with Fizzle. Now Fizzle now going to top out here again. It is going to be a 2-0 situation here from Team Blue, so that means they could B setting up for a rematch here versus Firestorm. They are leading the series. This is going to be match point, unless Fizzle and Julf can set up for a reverse sweep here in the semifinal series. They are at a series disadvantage, but let's see how they can come through adversity and see how that goes. All right. So now, here we go. I guess they want to redo the match, even though Team Blue won at a disadvantage of Profane logging out. So we would have restarted the match in favor of Team Blue, but Team Blue. All right. I guess they want to redo the match. If you want to redo that, it's fine, but just let me know. So either way, this is a 2-0 match series. It'll just be reset this one to 2-0 instead. That is going to be a top out there from Team Red, as we can see here. My bad about I did not commentate much in this last match, so my apologies about that. But this will be a 3-0 series win, but we'll have to decide what the heck's going on here. So we're gonna redo the match, or but I'm not because Profane got kicked from the match in the middle of the match there, so Team Blue would have had to replay the match if they lost. So then Team Red had that advantage once Profane lagged out. But it's they're gonna redo the match, so that doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm not the one playing in the tournament, so I'm not really gonna have much of a say in that. So anyway, we're going to redo this last match here. Team Blue is now up 2-0 in the series, so they still have that series advantage here. As we saw, Julf in some danger of topping out here soon. Team Amoy setting up for that T-spin double, as well as Profane. Both players having a great job in Team Blue of having a low playing field. As we can see, both players setting up that overhang at the same time, as we see right there, setting up for that T-spin double into a double there. Julf now in some danger of topping out here soon, so this could be a 2v1 situation here pretty quickly for Fizzle. If Fizzle can hold on here soon, though, Fizzle can set up another 1v1 situation to give Team Red that slight advantage here. But now Julf is waiting to keep those match hopes alive here, so Fizzle can have some time to top out one of these teammates here from Team Blue. But now Julf here just trying to delay that hit there, so Fizzle does not take so much damage here. But it seems like, though, Julf just delaying the damage here, this is kind of a good strategy here as well, because if Julf was taking all the damage, that means Fizzle's not going to take any. But now a pro staller there, a very good stall move from Julf there. For those of you who don't know what was going on in that moment, Julf was eating up all the damage and being like a meat shield here for Fizzle, so Fizzle would have a chance to still set that up for a 2v1 situation. Unfortunately, it didn't work there, since Fizzle eventually got Julf eventually got topped out there. So now Fizzle is in that disadvantage once again with a 2v1 situation, but still doing a great job of holding on in this match. So nonetheless, though, it seems like Fizzle does still do a great job of holding on to this. Profane and T-Bo really need to work out the strategy of how they're going to top out Fizzle here pretty soon, before Fizzle could end up making this a 2v1 situation here. As we can see, you can't really stall with Fizzle with just a few T-spin combos. You're going to really have to set up a double combo on him with both players. As we can see now, Fizzle is in some advantage here, actually sending off a lot of garbage onto both players. They don't seem to be able to find, they're not able to really find a chance to counterplay versus Fizzle right now, but they're both gonna have to rely on these downside combos. T-Bo having a little bit of trouble finding the open well there, but now we can see now Fizzle's in some danger here. I'm topping out here soon. There's gonna be a huge line of garbage there, and now at the end, Profane and T-Bo finding that chemistry once again versus Fizzle, and now that's going to be a 3-0 series lead there for Team Blue, which means they're going to move on to the grand finals of today's Tetris Tuesday team tournament special. GG for Team 2 with Profane and Tiba Moy versus Fizzle and Joof there. So that's going to be a 3-0 match in the semifinals. Now we're going to have a rematch in the finals here with Profane and Tebow versus Firestorm. This is the match we've all been waiting for. That rematch here, as we can see, to decide who is going to be moving on to the series. We've only had two rounds, 2 matches, 2 series in this tournament that have not been decided by a sweep here. So will this change the course of that, or will this just be another sweep here, as we can see? So only 2 matches there, but we'll discuss that later as well, that we have not seen any sweeps. But let's go back to the room here. The final match, they are going to warm up here with Firestorm versus Tiba Moy and Profane. They've all worked so far up to this point in the tournament here, but still a great showing from Fizzle and Joof there. Fizzle doing a great job of staying in the match there, even with that 2v1 disadvantage, and actually was able to delay the match, or make the match longer, trying to make it a 3-minute matchup actually. So Fizzle making it a 3-minute match despite being in a 1v2 situation was quite miraculous to see in that last matchup there. And hello Modest, thank you for joining us here for the Tetris Tuesday tournament team special. How's it going? We are having a very long warm-up now. It seems like Team Blue has had a little bit of time to prepare for Firestorm here, so we could see a possibly a longer final series. Could be a full 5-game series depending on what happens here, or can Firestorm defeat all odds here and defeat that disadvantage to go into a 1v2 going in as a solo person in a double tournament and still winning that out. So we'll kind of see if that happens. That could be possibly the first time that's happened there, to where we had a doubles tournament or team tournament where a solo person is able to win out in the whole thing. But here we go. Good luck, have fun. We have Firestorm versus Team Blue, which is Tiba Moy and Profane. They're going to set up the guns very soon versus Firestorm here. It seems they're going to have a lot more energy than they did in the semifinals here, and that's going to actually be a top out there on the Firestorm. Tiba Moy and Profane are going to take that matchup and lead the series 1-0 versus Firestorm, taking off that first set. And there goes a second match versus Firestorm. They're going to top him out very soon. I'm hoping Firestorm is actually trying to play seriously here, because we don't want anyone toying with each other, or is this a psychological tactic here to where they seem to be comfortable enough, or is this just a bit of a fluke here coming in for Firestorm, because Team Blue is now in a 2-0 series lead? So that means now Firestorm is in a position he's going to have to be forced to reverse sweep, and now this seems to be a 2-1 series here so far. Can Firestorm pull off that reverse sweep there? Firestorm could not afford to lose any more matches here in this series, as we can see already being down 1-2 in this series. Firestorm going to have to find a way to come back here, but it seems like Profane now going to set up that that double wall on the left side. As we can see, the double wall going to do a great amount of damage there, but it's not going to really do much against Firestorm, since he's able to downstack through that very efficiently. A bit of a miss shot there from Profane, as we saw in Firestorm doing a great job of keeping that ground game, keeping the playing field very low and just very clean as well. As we can see here, just Firestorm waiting for that opportunity to downstack and burn through all the garbage that they send, waiting for the counterplay to possibly get one of them out so they can set up a 2v1 situation. Firestorm still kind of seeing who he can get into a 2v1. Tiba Moy probably most likely going to be that, if Firestorm can take advantage and capitalize on that huge stack of garbage coming into Tiba Moy. But it seems like Tibo, though, doing a great job of keeping that playing field nice and even here as well. So Firestorm not going to be able to capitalize as well as he did in the first 3 rounds of the tournament here. Firestorm still looking for that rhythm, but still not able to find a chance or opportunity to go ahead and try to top one of these folks out here in Team Blue. So now this could be a still match there. As you can see, it's very hard to just go ahead and outright top out Firestorm, but also it's hard for a 2v1 situation like this. So this is gonna be this is gonna be a stalemate because neither one of these players can really top out each other right now, unless Firestorm can do some of what he did in the first 3 rounds and to focus on one of these players here to top out here. It seems like Profane is in some danger of doing that right now, and now Firestorm has a chance to go instead of a huge devastating downstack combo here, but still with that low ground game, it doesn't seem like there is much to do to try to set up a combo here. So Firestorm might have to take a little bit of a risk here, get a bit greedy here, and try to stack up a little bit higher so they can set up for a huge downstack combo here. As we can see right now, Firestorm is doing that right now with those fractals, as we can see, and Tipo Moy with a bit of a misdrop there, trying to set up for these combos, but it seems like Tipo Moy and some danger topping out here soon. And there goes the first top out here from Firestorm. Now it is going to be Firestorm versus Profane, a 2v1 situation that you don't want to be in, versus Firestorm with that huge speed advantage and that APM there. As we can see, now Firestorm setting up a huge combo onto Profane there, and that could be the top out. And now that's going to be the series finally tied with a 2-2 series tie here in the finals here. And as I predicted, this is actually going to be a whole 5-game series, as they have learned from their past mistakes here from Team Blue. So now they're going to really make Firestorm work for this finals appearance, or this finals championship. Will Firestorm be the first Tetris Tuesday competitor to win a 1v2 in the team tournament finals, or will Team Blue repeat history and use that 2v1 advantage versus Firestorm? This is a 5-game extended series, something that we didn't think we'd see. It would have to be either way around, with that 2v1 advantage or speed advantage taking control of the match here. But to have a 5-game series here in the setting is quite miraculous here, and Firestorm is in the brink of making some history if he can top out one of these players here first. Now Tipo Moy with that huge misdrop from the J piece and the S piece, and that's going to be a 2v1 situation there again versus Profane. Now this could be game if this this matchup goes under Firestorm's way. That's going to be a quick top out there, 66 seconds there, and now it seems like Firestorm is your champion here for the Team Tetris Tuesday Tournament Special. Let's take a look there. GG for Firestorm, winning the Tetris Tuesday Team Tournament Special, coming in as a solo player in a doubles match, which is the very first in Tetris Tuesday history. So let's take a look at the brackets now and officially announce the winner, with Firestorm winning that 3-2 extended 5-game series. So now, folks, your winner of today's Tetris Tuesday tournament is Firestorm, your grand champion for Tetris Tuesday, July 2nd, the Team Tetris Tuesday Tournament Special. And let's get a round of applause here. Let's get the fire emojis and a round of applause here for Firestorm. Let's get the applause going for a second. Hold on. Here we go. Congratulations to Firestorm for winning the whole tournament with a 2v1 play throughout the whole entire thing, which is definitely a first that we have seen in the Tetris Tuesday tournament series. So Firestorm once again putting his name up there among the greats of the Tetris Tuesday tournaments here, putting his name amongst the likes of people like Cheap, people like I have some past champions, things like that, people like Rumble out there who have also been champions of the Tetris Tuesday tournament series, but to also have the very first 1v2 finals match win, finals tournament win, is definitely quite an amazing feat to accomplish there. So congratulations for Firestorm, just cementing that legacy for Tetris Tuesday and modern Tetris tournament history there as well. But with that being said, we're going to be going over a bit of announcements here soon before we do our raid. So before we do that, we're going to do a bit of a raid here, folks, so we can raid one of our fellow VTV casters who we have not seen live in quite a while. So stay tuned for that, and we'll be right back here. So now that that's over here, do not leave just yet, because we have one more thing to say. So once again, VTV Summer Splash 2019 from July 15th to the 19th, benefiting Help Hope Live. Live on twitch.tv/Variety Central TV, which is this very channel here on Twitch. Coming in 2 weeks, you'll see many different streamers live on this channel with different time slots, all coming together to fundraise for the amazing Help Hope Live charity organization. We're gonna see many fun games, different casters, different incentives and challenges that all go towards benefiting the Help Hope Live organization. Once again, an event you don't want to miss, coming at noon starting July 15th. If you want to help out and help promote and support the word out there, there is a pinned post there. Using Twitter, you can like and retweet the pinned post for Summer Splash 2019 there. But you can also on the Discord look at the announcements, look at the resource page, and copy this image and download it to share with all of your friends and family across the globe there for the VTV Summer Splash 2019. Once again, the 4-day gaming charity event here on this channel that you do not want to miss. Live for 4 days only, 4 days straight. So mark your calendars, get the word out there, and join us for the VTV Summer Splash 2019 this year from July 15th to the 19th. If you're also a streamer who wants to join us to stream on this event, you're more than welcome to do so, as long as you look at the sign up page there. Look at the sign up and the schedule that are posted on the Discord on the announcements page. So to look at that, let's take a look. I'll leave y'all with one more thing before we go to the raid here. All right, I'm done with that thing. But so one more thing before we go to the raid here for everyone. Thank you very much for listening as well to the announcements for the Summer Splash. One more thing, we also are looking for more Tetris staff, like I said. So just always be sure to DM me on Discord at Afternoon7 or DM me on Twitch to learn more about becoming a Tetris staff. But also back to the tournament, back to the marathon. I mean, if you want to become a caster and a streamer for the marathon and stream with us for this wonderful, amazing cause, just be sure to look at that setup page right there to sign up for it. And if you want to look at the schedule, which is also done by clicking on the event link, you can take a look at this. But also, Gillian, oh damn, sorry you missed the final. Damn it. But Firestorm actually won in a full 5-game series versus Profane and Tebow. So it was also a rematch. So yeah, definitely some history being made there. But that is going to be the setup in the schedule there to see who is going to be streaming for the VTV Summer Splash. So definitely, like I said, an event you don't want to miss. If you miss it, you know, you're missing out on one of the biggest events of the year for VTV. So either be there or be square. So we'll take a look at kind of the roles here that we can give Firestorm since history was made, and we'll be looking at that a little bit later here as well. But until then, we will join you folks next time on 2 p.m. Well, hold on, let's do the raid real quick, folks. My bad. So we're gonna raid one of our casters here who is playing Sonic Unleashed playthrough here. The first day, Bowser Empire Gaming is everyone, I recommend you follow this channel and raid. Do VTV raid. Do not raid just yet, but VTV raid right here. So Browser Empire Gaming is one of our admins here at the Variety Central Variety TV community. Has not been streaming in a while, but they have gone back to streaming very recently, so we want to show them some love and, you know, show a nice little VTV raid. So let me just turn off the music now. But until then, thank you all so much for coming to today's tournament here for the VTV team tournament special. But you can catch us next week. You can catch us each week on every Tuesday at 2 p.m. PST, which is 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. So until next time, we will see you all live again for some more wonderful Tetris live. All right, and now on to the raid for Mr. Bowser Empire Gaming.